Yeah, Guguletu is almost done. We had the first call on 26th of January, and we will have the plant ready by 15th of February. And for 2024, we want to develop Bekezela in Springs and Tuso in Bethel, Hendrina area. So Tuso is going to be an underground mine. We plan to mine 100,000 tons of coal a month. It's going to be 1.2 million ton coal per annum. And Bekezela is going to be our first mega mine. We plan to produce 7.2 million ton per annum, waiting for the water use license to be granted. Once it's granted, and once we sign an offtake agreement, we will push the button to develop it. Bekezela is going to employ about 800 people. It has got a long life, 20 years life, open pit, so it will actually create great opportunities for the people in that area, living in that area. Tuso is fully licensed, and we plan to, like I said, we plan to start. The idea is to have buffer tons for open cast mines. But sometimes when it rains, you won't be able to mine, so we'd like those buffer tons to come from Tuso. Those are the two main plans for 2024, and also in addition to Tuso and Bekezela, we are busy developing Mgeni edits at Zulland Entersat. It's hopefully going to be operational beginning of March. We've been working on it for the last 18 months, and that will be our fifth edit and shaft, whatever you call it, and it will give us another 10 to 15,000 tons a month for anthracite, high quality, low ash anthracite. Kangra is doing well, even though prices are depressed. But we've got 3 sections. We are doing about 140,000 ton a month. The idea at Kangra for 2024, we'd like to start another edit, Balgarten B, and we are working towards that. Currently we are busy with the planning, so 2024 is going to be a busy year for Menar. Look, our biggest challenge is Transnet, freight rail. They are not able to move product to the ports. We also have challenges in the ports. Not Richards Bay Coal Terminal because it's privately owned and it's run efficiently, but the other ports like Multipurpose Terminal and Richards Bay, it's a nightmare to use that port to bring vessels. But you see, before I talk maybe about 2024, if you revisit what happened in 2023, the biggest challenge is Transnet lost the human capital. The staff was offered voluntary severance packages. The staff that the administration at that time, they wanted to get rid of some people, but then they got rid of actually the people that were useful to the company. So without people, you can't operate anything. So if anybody says no, I dispute that, I'm happy to talk. I'm happy to have a discussion with that person. But it started with human capital. You can't get rid of people and then hope that it's going to work. Then obviously this contract with Chinese company, it was cancelled in a very immature way. Yes, we may not like it, we may not like the way that it was done, but at the end of the day there was a contract. Chinese company was supposed to deliver more, plus whatever they have in the system they were supposed to maintain. So when they canceled that contract in a very immature way, then Transnet started having locomotive availability issue. So these two problems are the biggest problems to date that they have. On top of that, aging infrastructure, plus the cable theft and vandalism, these are added problems to Transnet, and these things have affected their efficiency. They deliver with it. They started not being able to deliver. That's why it went from 70 7 million ton to 47 million ton, which was achieved in 1992. So it is a terrible number. So 2024, there will be nothing different for Transnet because the human capital is not there. Okay, and they are trying to run things with parallel structures like National Logistics Crisis Committee, which I believe they will have very limited value that they can add, because what Transnet needs is they need a CEO, permanent CEO. Transnet Freight Rail, which generates 80% of the revenue of Transnet, needs a permanent CEO, and these people need to be empowered to make decisions. And they have to solve the human capital issue, and they have to solve locomotive availability issue. If they solve these problems, I think 80% of the problem will be solved for Transnet. But if we think that it's going to happen in 2024, I think we would be disappointed. So we need to be realistic. I think it will take more time. They plan to move 60 million ton this year, but I doubt they will be able to achieve it. I hope they can, because at the moment with the low coal prices, people cannot, or the producers cannot road hold, which is not a good thing, but we did it because we were desperate. But now with the low coal prices, that is not going to happen. So that would mean that we are heavily relying on rail. If the rail doesn't deliver, that means the coal mines will either slow down or they will start shutting down the mines. But if the coal price goes up, it's a different story. So I think to have a successful Transnet, a successful Transnet Freight Rail is extremely crucial for any bulk commodities industries in South Africa, especially coal. Look, it depends on the way that they will implement the plans that they have. They will be, because obviously Transnet administration, the management, they see what the problems are. I mean, they're smart people. They're experienced people. Michelle Phillips has been with Transnet for 20 years. Russell Buck is the acting CEO for TFR. Has been with Transnet Freight Rail and the Transnet Group for a long time. So these people understand the problems, understand the issues. But where the trick is to solve the problem is they have to simplify these things. For Transnet, the cash cows are RBCT line to move coal, manganese line, and iron ore line. These are the cash cows. And Transnet has got issues with all these lines. 35% of the capacity has been lost on the coal line, about 15% on the iron ore line, 10% on the manganese line. Transnet has to restore these lines, and then they should carry on making money. Okay, but then Transnet needs private-public partnerships. Like, they don't have to carry timber, okay, or they don't have to run multi-purpose terminals. They must go out and work with companies that's going to add value. They will bring capital. They will revive or refurbish infrastructure and bring new equipment to make these things work efficiently. Like Maputo line, for instance, they're not doing anything on that line compared to what they are supposed to do. Let Grunrod work on that, or let other private companies work on that line, so that we can move chrome, we can move magnetite, we can move coal out of Maputo. But they definitely need private-public partnerships. I think they realize this, and I'm hoping that unions come to the party, and then they appreciate the way that Transnet management is trying to solve these things, and industry is looking at these things. We don't want any jobs to be lost. We don't want anybody to be paid less than market-related rate. But we need Transnet to perform. Otherwise, all those jobs will be lost. That's where the danger is. So I'm hoping that the current administration, and hopefully maybe they will They will appoint them, maybe they will bring new people. That's the decision of the shareholder. But whoever comes in, without wasting time, they need to deal with the issues. They simplify Transnet, what Transnet was doing. Transnet cannot do everything. Those times are gone. There's nothing like, there's no structure like Transnet in the world in other countries. They are doing everything in terms of logistics business. So this monopoly is not adding value to South Africa anymore. So we need to look at where they can add value and where private-public relationship can add value to the logistics system of the country. And then we move on, hopefully, performing better and being more efficient on the railway lines.